All right, I have a unique situation that I want to get mapped out in 870. Okay, 870 I am in, and we'll see how this goes. Looking for a breakout here. I'm getting that breakout, and I'll explain everything here in just a moment. And 872 was an area that I was thinking about. And let's see if it wants to work its way back up to that area. Okay, 872 right now is that key level. That'll need to be broken. Let's see if it wants to make another move up there. And there's the break. So got greedy there. Was really just looking more so for 872, but that was too nice of a move to pass up. So got another dollar there. But just to walk you through everything here, and I realized, wait, what's going on? Who is this person? But by the time I got the software situated and where I wanted to be, I wanted to walk you through what exactly is going on. So right now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's been a pretty crazy day up and down. And that one just right there put me at 587. But what I want to mainly talk about is there's a little lesson here that worked out great. I guess it would work out regardless. Worked out great in the sense of I made money, but there's always the question of, should I be trading outside of my normal time period that I trade? Now, if you're sitting there and saying, well, I don't have a normal time that I usually trade, then I'm going to encourage you, okay, well, you probably have some more general trade parameters that you got to get set up, because part of being a trader is, when is your bread and butter time to trade? There's no, solid answer to that. Everybody's different. Everybody's got different strategies, different goals, different risk tolerances. But the point here is there does need to be a situation where you do have a general idea of the time frames, the time of day that you're trading. And in this situation, I am well outside of when I would normally be trading. And there's no doubt about that. But it's always just a question of, okay, well, what is the market actually doing, and are you around? So I say, are you around? Because for me, as somebody that's working from home, I have 5 kids at home. I'm doing other things, real estate, the teaching business at claytrader.com. I'm in and out. But if I'm around, and then you see quality setups, then you know what? It's okay to take the setup. Go ahead and take it. And I realized that, well, I don't know, am I breaking rules? And earlier on, I said, generally speaking. So generally speaking doesn't mean that, okay, for sure and I'm just making this up, at 10 o'clock, you have to be done, 10 a.m. Or at, in this situation, 1 o'clock, you have to be done. Absolutely not. But it is a very, very fine line, because in some situations, you're going to be making trades that you really shouldn't be making. But here we have a great example of it. I mean, Tesla here, which is what you saw me trade. And I should know, I don't even remember I noted this, but this is all live. So I had no idea what was actually going to happen here, because I'm recording this in real time as we speak. And who knows, is there going to be another quality setup here? I mean, normally you're not getting this sort of crazy action, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, but I made a trade here on it. I got some short, built a position for that move downwards. And then you saw me take that setup right there, which was an absolutely beautiful setup. Did I really get the follow through? Not really. And to be fair, it may still go, but I'm glad I got it where I did, because that nasty move down and then another nasty move down, but it's still hanging around this general area. But the point here being is, if you see a good setup, then take it. And in my defense, I still got $3 per share on it, on just 50 shares. So I mean, it still put $150 in my pocket on very minimal share size, which I'll get to in a second. But point here being, don't be scared to take a trade just because it might be outside of some sort of general time frame that you should have. Again, it's not, the point here is not don't have a time frame. No, definitely have a general time frame, but also don't pigeonhole yourself into, no, I can't. Oh, that's a great looking setup. This is great action. No, I can't do it because it's outside of my parameters. Don't do that. So the next lesson, though, going back to the share size, is I was up. I guess I made 150. So what's the math on that? 437, I think. I was up $437 going into that trade. Now, the one thing that, and I'm going to just speak for myself, maybe you're a little bit different mentally speaking, but if I'm up $400 some this late in the day, I don't want to go red. I don't want to all of a sudden go red, give back all my gains or anything like that. And a great way to manage that is, okay, still take the trade, because remember, again, I can understand you saying, what, Clay, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth now. Right now you're saying, don't be afraid to take a trade if it's outside of your general time parameters. But now you're talking about, you could be giving back your gains and going red, which is all true. However, acknowledge that is a possibility, and this is why I was doing 50 shares. So did I make a ton of money because I got, a $3 in my favor breakout? I didn't. Now, granted, $150, and I don't know, what was that, like 3 minutes? That's good money. But generally speaking, I could have made more money had I done bigger share size. I could have made even more money had I played options on it. However, again, I'm outside of my normal time period, and I don't want to give back those gains. So therefore, I was still able to participate in it because I reduced position size, which controls the risk. So had I been wrong, yes, I would have given back some of those gains, but I would not come anywhere close to giving back $430, which would have, put me at break even, and definitely wouldn't have put, I was, not going to give back everything that would have put me into the red. So just always remember that, is if it almost feels like you're being sneaky, like, or your parents looking over your shoulder, like you're doing something that you shouldn't be, that's good, because that tells you that you do have some sort of structure behind your general trading, but also understand that you can overcome that by factoring in risk control via position size. Because even if you have a stop loss, if you're not smart with position size, can still all of a sudden put you in an area where you're like, well, geez, that's not what I wanted. And then all of a sudden, there's the threat of revenge trading and all of that. So that's what was happening here. And obviously, I could not get the setup. I wanted to try to explain all this beforehand about, this is why I'm doing 50 shares. Here's the setup. This is my mentality. But I mean, I just was not fast enough, and I just had to hop in the trade right then and there. So I apologize for the kind of unprofessional start to all of this. But like I said, given this is in real time, I'm recording this as I speak, that kind of just had to come with the territory there. So just to recap things, again, you need to have, when is your bread and butter? When is for your personal strategy, when's the best time to trade it? And once again, if you can't answer that question, that's okay. But now you have a question that definitely needs to be answered, needs to be figured out, because strategies are going to work differently at different times during the day. So when is your best time? And then just realize that it is okay, assuming that you have quality action, you have a good setup to make trades outside of that time period. But you got to make sure that you have quality action. And that was going on here. And in fact, I mean, look at the markets. How crazy is that? Look at that. And this is the SPY. So the general markets, crazy move. So that's what I mean. This is a very unique situation. These sorts of, and now when I was trading, it was basically green. Right. That's just not normal. Like, you're not going to see normal charts that look like that. But it's happening well outside of when I'm normally wanting to be done, which at this point, I'm looking to be done after right around 30 minutes. But this is well beyond that 30-minute window. And that's okay, because there was a quality setup. I acknowledge the fact that, well, how do I feel about if I were to give back my gains? Okay, I don't like that. So how can I make sure that doesn't happen? Okay, let me reduce position size. That way, even if I am wrong, sure, it would be annoying, but it's not going to give back my gains. And that allowed me to still partake and then ultimately push up over my goal, because generally speaking, my philosophy, I'm saying generally speaking a lot, but it's important because, again, you want general rules, but they're general for a reason, because you want to be able to give yourself a little flexibility so you don't pigeonhole yourself and not being able to take advantage of opportunities. So yes, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry that I keep saying generally speaking. But as my slogan goes, $500 a day keeps the day job away. So I'm happy to get up over that $500 mark. And hopefully this helps. I don't, let me know in the feedback, or not the feedback section, the comment section. Leave me some feedback in the comment section. There we go. Did you enjoy this? or should live trade videos just mainly be all the live trades? I mean, granted, there was the one live trade, and then my goal was to kind of build a lesson around it as it took place. But as you saw, everything just took place way too quickly. But I don't know. Let me know. I can do more of these videos like this if it is live trade combined with kind of a bigger education package with it, or if you want me to just stick to, hey Clay, no, just keep it to, we just want to see the live trades. We don't need some sort of speech afterwards that goes on for 8 minutes or however long this lesson has been going. So I'm curious your thoughts on that. Do you like the learning lessons baked in, or do you prefer these to just be, one long, or one massive, video just filled with a bunch of live trades, or maybe you like both? I don't know. I can mix it up, but I do read all of, for you new people to the channel, if you leave a comment, I will read it and reply no matter what you say. And I'm always reading feedback, looking for ways to either improve, make sure things aren't being disapproved because I'm doing something that's just stupid. But look at this. What in the world? Look at this. So this is a unique situation. So again, disappointing though. Such a good pattern, and it was a good enough pattern for how I was looking to play it. But yeah, to see it roll back over. But now, see now it's coming. All right, is there another quality pattern here? And there might be. And I'm not saying I can't trade, but at this point I got, okay, well, I'm up 587. So how much of that would I want to give away? But I am now kind of just observing and talking and blabbing. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. So if you enjoy if this sort of video, let me know down in the comment section. Hit that like button, helps the channel, helps give me good feedback. And yeah, get out there, have general rules, follow the general rules, but realize that if there's opportunities within them to just manage that risk, and a very, very effective way to manage that risk. Although, yeah, you're not going to make as much, you're also not going to lose as much if you are wrong, which is why position sizing is so important. So everybody take care. Have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.